Hey guys, welcome. In this video, we're going to do some factoring, and we're going to focus on expressions like these, which are a sum or difference of cubes. Now, in another video, I talked about the general pattern that we're going to use to do the factoring. And so if you want more detail on this pattern, check out that video. I'll put the link in the description box. So these are our patterns, and just a reminder, this abbreviation SOAP stands for same, opposite, always positive, and that refers to the plus or minus signs in front of each of the terms. So just applying that pattern, we've got a sum of cubes here, we'll apply this pattern. So we also can say, well, that our A term is just x, our B is 3. So our A plus B, our first set of parentheses, we're going to have x plus 3, and then we're going to have x squared. Okay, so this sign was the same, right? And now this sign is going to be the opposite. So x squared minus 3x, and then always positive, plus b squared. So that's going to be 9. Okay, now we have a difference of cubes here. Now, when we get into bigger numbers beyond like 8 and 27, it can be handy to have a little chart of the perfect cubes. I'll put the number here and the number cubed. So 1 cubed is 1, 2 cubed is 8, 3 cubed is 27, 4 cubed is 64, 5 cubed is 125, 6 cubed is 216, 7 cubed is 343. Let me double check that. Yep. 43. 8 cubed is 512. 9 cubed is 729. And 10 cubed is 1000. So that's a good start. We probably won't need to go beyond that. So, all right, so let's look at this next problem, difference of cubes. So the cube root of 64 is 4. And then the cube root of 125 is 5, and then we've got an x cubed. So the cube root of all that is going to be 5x. All right, so we set up our parentheses. So we're going to have 4 minus, right, same sign, 4 minus 5x times, and then we're going to have our a squared, so it's going to be 16, an opposite sign, and a times b, that's 20x. And then always positive, we're going to have this quantity squared, which will be 25x squared. And again, as a reminder, I mentioned this in the other video, is that a lot of times we get this second expression and we think, oh, should I factor that? Is that going to factor? It's not going to factor, because even though we have a square here and a square here, it's not a trinomial square, because that would have to be 2ab in the middle. And we don't have that. So that is the final answer. All right, our next problem, 343x cubed plus 27. So 343, that's the cube of 7. So our a term would be 7x, and our b term is 3. So for this one, we're going to have 7x plus 3 times 49x squared minus 21x, and then plus 9. And that's the final answer for that. And our last problem here, 5x cubed minus 40z cubed. Well, 5 is not a cube, nor is 40, but 5 is the GCF. So remember, when factoring, always look for a GCF. So we can factor out the 5. So then we get x cubed minus 8z cubed. And now we have our a term is going to be x, our b is going to be 2z. Now notice I'm also not worrying about the sign of this, even though this is negative here, because I'm going to just use the pattern of the signs as given here. All right, so our factored form for that is going to be, okay, we have to write the 5 out here still. And then in here we're going to have the same sign, so that's going to be x minus 2z, and then in here we have x squared. Now we get to the opposite sign, so this can be plus, and then 2xz, and then plus 4z squared.